All right, so today we're gonna dive into something that honestly might not be super exciting on the surface, but trust me, this is gonna be interesting.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We're talking life insurance.
Yeah, life insurance, and more specifically, this thing called a life settlement. We got some stuff here from Diversified Insurance Brokers, and they're laying out how a life insurance policy can actually be like a legit financial tool, especially, well, later in life, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
So mission here is to see if this whole life settlement thing is something that maybe you should actually be thinking about.
For sure, for sure.
So first things first, what even is a life settlement?
Okay, so um, basically, it's when you sell your policy to an investor
Okay.
and you get more than just, like the surrender value from the insurance company,
Right.
but it's less than the full death benefit. So it's kind of like this middle ground.
Okay, so so I'm not just like totally giving it away,
Right.
but I'm not getting, the full amount.
Exactly. And that's where it gets kind of interesting because Diversified is saying that seniors are missing out on billions of dollars
Really?
by not even knowing that this is like a thing they can do. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
They give an example here of a woman who let her policy lapse and she missed out on like $50,000.
$50,000.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so let's say I'm like over 65
Uh-huh.
and I have a policy that's worth over $100,000. What would be like the advantage of selling it versus just surrendering it back to the insurance company?
Okay, so when you surrender it, you only get the surrender value, which is almost always way lower than what you paid in premiums.
Okay.
A life settlement, though, lets you get more than that surrender value. It's all about finding that sweet spot that benefits you more financially.
Gotcha. But here's something that I thought was super interesting. Diversified says that even younger folks who have like health issues might qualify.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're talking like chronic illnesses or conditions that might shorten someone's life expectancy.
Okay.
A life settlement can give them a lump sum of cash that they can use for medical bills
Yeah.
or, really anything they need.
Okay, so it's not just for older people, it's for people who have, serious health problems as well.
Exactly. It's all about having options, especially when you're dealing with a tough situation.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so let's say someone, fits the profile, they're older, or they have some kind of health challenge.
Yeah.
Why would they actually choose to sell their policy?
Well, think about it like life changes.
Yeah.
You know, what you needed at 25 is probably way different than what you need at 65.
Right.
Maybe you need cash to help your kids or grandkids or for retirement or maybe even long-term care costs.
Oh, yeah. Diversified really highlighted those long-term care costs.
Yeah, they can sneak up on you. A life settlement lets you take control and use the money in a way that actually makes sense for you right now.
Right. And that seems to be like the big takeaway here. It's all about flexibility and how you can adapt to like all the curveballs that life throws at you.
Totally. That policy you got years ago might not be the best fit for you now. A life settlement gives you the power to unlock the value of that policy. You can use it in a way that benefits your life today, not, 20 years ago when you got the policy.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener? We've only scratched the surface here, but hopefully this is like spark some ideas.
Absolutely.
If you can relate to any of these scenarios we've talked about, like changing needs or facing some kind of health challenge or needing to, reach your financial goals, a life settlement might be worth looking into.
I totally agree. And, perhaps the most important thing to take away from this is to start thinking of your insurance as an asset.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
It's not just about coverage. It can be a real source of financial flexibility, which is so important.
Yeah, that's huge. It's like looking at your whole financial picture in a new way. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. And until next time, keep exploring all those little hidden gems in your financial life.
Absolutely. There's always something waiting to be discovered.